Hey everyone, it's Amador, and today we're going to go ahead and make this Rocker Boy card. Now, this is using the new Rocker Boy stamp set from CC Designs, which is now in the shop for the December release, so go ahead and check it out. I'm just going ahead and coloring it with some Copic markers. I'm starting with the blue jeans. I use BG07, BG09, and BG05 to color them in, shade them in. It's been a long time since I've done jeans, but I figured that this one would have like a darker jeans, maybe a little bit of acid wash jeans. I'm not sure, but that's what I kind of went for this rockabilly kind of style of kid that that is now in the shop. I did use the C0, C1, C3 for the shirt just to give it a little bit of shading because I wanted it to be a white shirt to, you know, give it like that rebel without a cause kind of look. I decided to do the shoes in a darker color. I used N4, N6, and N8 for the actual shoe part, and for the sole I used again C1, C3, and C00 to give it a little bit of a whitened look, so it looks like, you know, those black chucks that you have with which are black and with the white sole. I thought that was super cool and would go good with the whole theme of the card and the whole theme of the stamp set. Now, the coloring on this one took me maybe probably like 18 minutes total, but of course I'm speeding it up just to do a little voiceover for this part, which is a little bit longer. The other parts towards the end, the assembly and everything like that of the card, you will see in real time. Now, I moved from there and I go into the skin. I use E000, E000, E00, E1, and E2 just to get a little bit of depth. Sometimes I end up playing with the colors and I don't want to make them too dark, and I also don't want to make them too light. For the cheeks, I did use a little bit of R30, so just to give it a little bit of a blush look, not a full-on like makeup kind of look. And I went back and forth trying to shade it in because, like I said, I didn't want to go overboard and shade it too much and make it too dark and then have to start all over from scratch coloring. But I love using my e-markers. I feel that those are the ones that I end up using the most because they are for my skin tones. Now, after this, I jump into the hair, and for the hair, I use, and here's the R30 just for a little bit of blush, and then I use the E000 just to blend it in so it's not too bright. Now, I start with the hair, and I use the colors E23, E25, and E27. I go in with the darker one. I start doing the little streaks with the E27 and then E25 and E23. And I do this several times just because like I said, I'm still a novice. I'm still trying to learn how to get everything right. So I do make boo-boos. I actually stepped out of the line on a few of these. And what I did was I just used my white gel pen to color over the little bit of ink that may have gone over the line. And here I am just feathering in, flicking in, whatever you want to call it, the Copic marker to get that more realistic shading and the highlights and the lowlights of the hair and of the whole body. And here I am trying to use my Zero colorless blender to kind of hide some little spots where I went over, and it just wasn't working because they were really saturated. So what I did is I actually just grabbed, like I said, I got the jelly pen just to kind of go over a little bit of it to make sure that it was covered. And no one's done the wiser. Don't tell anybody. Nobody will know. Shh, it's our little secret. Because I use that jelly pen a lot to cover up some boo-boos. And it's just human nature. It's okay. We all make boo-boos. But I wanted to go ahead and cover those up. And like I said, that's just what I use. I use the scissors to cut out the little figure because the little guy did not have, this set does not come with it doesn't have dies available. So I went ahead and fussy cut it by hand, and it just took me a little bit. And if you notice, I am cutting in long strokes and I am moving the paper more than I'm moving the actual scissors. So that kind of works its way around. It's the best way that I've learned how to do it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start heat embossing the sentiment, the hello, good looking sentiment on the little chalkboard. Now, the little chalkboard, this is an A2 size card. The little chalkboard is 4 inches long by 2 3/4 inches wide, but the actual chalkboard part on the inside to so we can make it look more like a faux chalkboard is 2 3/8 by 3 5/8. So yes, I couldn't remember those measurements. I had to double check it. And I just went ahead and stamped it several times. I actually had to do this twice because I messed up the first one. So I went ahead and stamped it, and you guys know, heat embossing is my enemy, but sometimes it just gives you the result that you want. And I wanted this to stand out more than like multiple stamps with white ink. So I went ahead and just did it like that several times. Now the funny thing is that the good looking keeps going a little bit more and more and more to the left. Yeah. So not only is this boy in detention for whatever he's doing, as he's trying to get attention from somebody in this detention class with writing on the board, instead of doing his assignments, he's pretty bad at it because he couldn't even get him directly up and down. Anyhow, I use some Hero Arts Unicorn ink to just add a little bit of distressing, a little bit of used chalkboard look onto it, and I end up using just my fingers, and that way just rubbing it in because I didn't want to put too much and then not be able to take it off. I went ahead and then, see, look, this, I told you I did it twice. Now we're going to go ahead and layer our little chalkboard right there. Let's go ahead and layer our bases. And this is just going to go on just to kind of play off of the black background. I mean, the black chalkboard. I'm just using this, and also, you know, for the little rockabilly style, the black and white checkerboard kind of situation. So do that right there. Now I'm thinking of, yeah, let's mount this puppy. Let's mount it, and if I can find my scissors, here we go. I use these scissors for my foam mounting tape, just because it is better for it to be able to cut with because of the stickiness. Now, let's tack this puppy down. Let me see, I just want to make sure I have enough room for my little guy here. Yeah. All right, now. No, I don't want it. Yeah, I do. I wasn't sure if I wanted it mounted or not, but yeah. We're gonna have it mounted. Now, I was thinking, what if it's Valentine's Day and this little dude's in detention trying to ask the bad girl to the dance? So I went ahead and I cut some of these in red and white. This is the heart banner, which is available on the shop. I will leave a link to that as well. I used the heart banner to make little banners. Now what I did, dropped one. What I did was I ran it in white and then I ran it in red and I just intertwined it. And it has these cute little ribbons already to tie it with. So I wanted to see which ones it would work out with better. So I think we might actually use both. I'm not sure. Let's see, there's that one. I think I will use this one over here because it kind of offsets better with the chalkboard and everything in front of it. And look, I stamped out this piece here and then I cut it. I accidentally cut this because I wasn't paying attention. Let me see, that's right there. And I'm just going to do a little bit right there. And this one is going to go, at least I thought it was going to go here. Overlapping it, how's that gonna look? Might look stupid for all I know right now. No. Let's leave it like that with that one. You know what? Let's commit some surgery here. All right. So this one's going to be a shorter one. It's going to be one shorter. I just cut off part of it so I can reattach it like this. All right. Once again, like I told you guys, this is the craziness that goes on in my head. Like, oh yeah, let's try this. No, let's try that. Let's be crazy and butcher some stuff. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. I didn't want them to overlap because, you know, come on. When you're decorating, that just can look kind of bad. And we want this cute little detention room to look super cute and romantical. Here we go. All right. So, there we go. There's this guy. Now we need this little guy. Like, hey, check out what I did for you, girly. All right. Now, I'm going to pop this guy up. But what I need to do is make sure that if I'm going to pop him up on here, this side is going to have this foam because it's going to be, yeah. And on the other side, we're going to double layer it to make sure he is standing in front of the chalkboard. So it's going to be, the chalkboard is on one layer and this is going to be on 2 layers. And I totally forgot something for his feet. No problem. We're going to add this. Oop. Going to look under. There we go. And there's our little guy in detention, trying to get that cute little girl's attention. But go ahead and check out these Rockabilly Boys. And of course you can't see it. The Rockabilly Boys are now available in the shop and also Christine did bring back the Rockabilly Girls. So I know some people were looking for those, but now you can have both sets, and that's who he's probably trying to get on a date. So thank you guys for stopping by and check out the shop. Let me know what you guys think of this card. Super simple, easy, and I mean, the coloring just took a little bit, but I really like the idea. And it's not too early for Valentine's Day. I mean, we're barely halfway through December, but whatever. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.